All right, lesson 2-7, percent of change. Percent of change is a ratio of the change in the amount to the original amount expressed as a percent. If the new number is greater than the original, we have a percent increase. And if it is smaller than the original number, we have a percent decrease. So how do we find this? So 20 to 23, that is an increase. So we take 23, whoops, sorry about that. We take 23 minus 20 for a difference of 3. So it's a ratio. So it's the difference over the original is equal to the new percent over 100. Cross multiply 20 times r equals 3 times 100, which is 20r is equal to 300. Divide by 20, and I get r is equal to a 15%, and we said this was an increase because I had 20 and I went up, so a 15% increase. Here we have a decrease because we're going from 25 to 17, so 25 minus 17 has a difference of 8. So it's 8 over the original equal to the new percent over 100. Cross multiply 25 times r equals 8 times 100. 25r is equal to 800. We divide by 25, and I get r is equal to 32%, and this is a decrease, 32% decrease. Say whether the percent of change is an increase or decrease, then find the percent. So we're going from 55 to 44. 55 minus 44 is 11, so that is a decrease. So 11 over the original number, 55, new percent over 100. Cross multiply, 55r is equal to 11 times 100. 55r is equal to 1100. We divide by 55, and we get r is equal to, a 20% decrease. All right, Jen bought a $12.99 shirt from the 20% discount rack, a $29.99 pair of jeans from the 15% discount rack, and $33.50 pair of shoes from the 25% discount rack. As she's checking out, she finds a coupon for an additional 30% off. If the sales tax is 7.5%, what is the total cost for all of Jen's items? So we have to do these individually. So first we have to find $12.99. We're going to multiply this. So I look at this way. She's getting a 20% discount, which means she's paying for 80%. So I'm going to multiply $12.99 times the 80%, or 0.8. So $12.99 times 0.8. So she's actually going to pay $10.39 for the shirt. Then she's getting a 15% discount, so that means she's paying for 85% of the jeans. So $29.99 times 85% is going to be $25.49. And then she has 30% or 25% off of a pair of shoes. So $33.50 times 75%, because that's the price she's paying, because she's saving 25%. $33.50 times 0.75, and that's $25.13, because we round. Okay, so then what I do is I add all of these up. $10.39, $25.49, and $25.13, and I get $61.01. So her subtotal is $61.01. Now she has an additional coupon for 30% off of this price. All right, so which means she's paying for 70% because she's saving 30%. So we're going to take what she's going to pay, $61.01, and multiply that by 70%, or 0.7. And this comes to $42.71. Now she has to pay sales tax, so that's in addition. So 42.71. Whoops, 71. Now, this as a decimal would be 0.075. This would just be the tax, but I also have to pay for the 42.71. So we can multiply this by 0.075. 42.71 times 0.075 is $3.20 in tax, and take 42.71 and add $3.20 to that. And I get $45.95. So that's how much she would pay in the end for all of those items. So you have to kind of go through step by step. So be careful with that.